What's going on, everybody? It's your boy M.I.C back in the building with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about my experience with the Tekken 8 closed beta test, or more affectionately known as the CBT. In this review, I plan to discuss both the pros and cons of the heat system, the grab system mechanics, the overall gameplay, my experience with the fight lounge, and of course simple controls. And believe, to sum it all up, I'm definitely going to give my suggestions as to what I think is going to make Tekken 8, or would make Tekken 8, a better overall product for anyone trying to jump in and play. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about the fight lounge. Now, when it comes to the fight lounge, one thing I will say as a pro is that it was very well designed. Being able to have the various areas like the beach area for Tekken Ball, being able to have the arcade, and splitting the arcade into like ranked and quick match gameplay, and then like a simulated arcade lobby mode. I thought that was very good attention to detail. You can go into like the little Tekken Dojo area, and you could see things like Tekken 3, Tekken Tag 2, or Tekken Tag 1, I'm sorry. Just various homages to different things Namco related and Tekken related. I thought that was a very nice touch. Also being able to allow you to walk around, sit on the chairs. Just different things that they had. The area for the clothing and being able to go in there like a shop and actually look at some of the clothing that maybe some of the characters will be displaying on their customization trees. I thought that was a very, very, very good attention to detail. And it showed a whole lot that they were really putting their all into designing it. I also liked how it promoted a lot of interactivity between players. You know, I got an opportunity to go and play some of the players that I played in various tournament scenes, and it was kind of like a return to being on like an online kind of convention, or just like that, that old feel of being in an arcade, seeing some of your friends. You don't know who's going to be in where. Or maybe you can all choose to meet up somewhere, and it was really cool to be able to interact with everybody in a way that felt natural. It didn't feel forced, and also, just being able to go in and really get that feel of the arcade culture that maybe a lot of people don't have because they may be younger in years. I'm an older man, so I've lived through the arcade life, and I got the opportunity to see what it was like, and it was very good at giving you that general feel. It kind of mimicked it very well. Also, something I liked was that the matchmaking was very swift. Like, you didn't have to stay in the matchmaking for too long. Now, that could be because everybody was playing and it was a new game. Everybody was on there to test. So we'll see how that turns out in the future when the player base starts to subside a little bit. But it was not a long time in between getting a match and ending a match, and then getting a match and ending the match. In fact, if you wanted to practice something, you almost had to find yourself constantly denying matches in order to practice, because it was just so quick that people were coming in, and being able to matchmake on the fly was not very difficult at all. The lobby selection feature was a very nice touch, so you could choose to go to one lobby, and if it had too many people, or if you and your friends wanted to go meet up and try to play, like I stated before, you could choose to go to a different lobby or a different area throughout the map. So, they had like a North America 1, 2, 3, Africa 1, 2, and you could decide to go to different servers. And when you go to the different servers, you could go there and it might be less crowded, and maybe you can get more games in with like a specific group of people you want to play with. Or, you could just go because it might be filled and you want to play. You could just go to these different servers, and I thought that was a pretty interesting way to really design it. Like, you're going all over the world to different arcades. I thought that was a nice touch. The friend list menu and the fast travel and join friend, those options were very, very intuitive, and I thought that they worked very well. So if I wanted to go meet my friend and he was on Africa 2 server, I didn't have to go travel and go and search and figure out which server they were in. I could just as easily pull up my friends list, see where my friend was in the friend list, and could just go right over there to wherever they were. I thought that was a pretty good way of making it easy to play with those that you want to play with, and also being able to just add friends was very easy. You know, when they have crossplay, you'll notice that companies have to have their own kind of server where they hold everybody's information, and that's the only way you can really do crossplay. So in doing so, you know, they gave you your own friends list, or their Tekken friends list, so that I could have friends from Xbox if I'm on PlayStation, or could have friends from PC if I'm on Xbox, or vice versa, or if I'm on PlayStation, have friends from either one of these devices, and we could all come together in the same place and play, and it was very, very easy. You know, it wasn't a very difficult thing to try to understand how to get it to work. I thought it worked very fluid. It was like I could just passively understand it very intuitively. Another thing that I thought that was pretty nice was the ghost battle. It wasn't a perfect replication of the player, but it did prove itself to be better than a standard AI opponent. And I'm gonna have a video going into the AI and the ghost battle specifically, but I did think that that was a very, very nice touch to add into the game. As goes the cons, really the netcode needs improvement. I mean, if we're gonna be serious, it's Tekken 8, it's on next gen consoles, it's the next gen experience, and it still has a lot of the flaws of the old gen Tekken servers, right? Now, to be fair, when it was good, it was superb. But whenever it ended up being Wi-Fi, there were just a whole bunch of issues. It was very laggy, choppy. When you would play against somebody on PC, I was playing on PlayStation, and you could just tell like maybe their hardware wasn't up to specs, and so the gameplay would be choppy, or it would just cause a lot of issues. I don't know if that's something they can fix, but I would suggest that they figure out how to fix that, because if anything is going to probably sink this game's success, it would have been the netcode and the way that was kind of a little bit of a fiasco. Sometimes you would go in the lobby and it would be so many people in there that the lobby would be lagging. And you could just see it like you were walking underwater. It was kind of stuttery a little bit. So, I mean, I don't know how they're going to get that under wraps and how they're going to fix that, but that's something I feel like they really, really, really need to try to improve. There were a lot of network and connection error issues. I found myself a few times, especially like towards the end, and I don't know if that's because of maintenance or overcrowded servers, but I found myself getting booted out of matches or booted out of the lobby while I'm waiting for matches. I thought that was something that just reminded me a whole lot of one of the issues that they have in Tekken 7 right now. Also, I really found it discouraging that I was only able to spectate one match during the entire CBT. This was just a function that just plain out didn't work for me when I attempted to do it. Something as simple as spectating a match, I wouldn't think that would be that difficult to, you know, work on and fix. So hopefully they'll get that straightened out. But I mean, that was such a minor thing that I just couldn't believe that it was a major issue for me, and I'm sure other people had that issue. Finding it that it would not only not let me spectate, but would kick me all the way off the server and send me back to the title screen, which I felt that was just unacceptable for me trying to spectate a match of a player that's inside of the lobby when this is just supposed to be one of the easier things that you should be able to do in a lobby system. Those things really, when I think about it, those were the most disheartening things to deal with when it came to playing the Tekken CBT. I really, really enjoyed the Fight Lounge, and I like where it has the potential of going and what can be done with it. You'll hear about that in my suggestion. But what do you think? Did you get an opportunity to play Tekken 8's closed beta test? Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. And of course, ring that notification bell so we can continue to bring you more content like this and all things TKN House related. With that being said, that brings this portion of the review to a close, and subsequently so the video. But don't worry, we'll be back with more. Because you know what it is. The realm of the real, where only the real can chill. Peace.